Welcome everyone to Wow Wednesday. My name is Amy Homsey with Lifewave. I'm an SPD, been with the company for almost 3 years, and I'm honored to be here. We have some remarkable testimonials coming up. Bhimi, I'm very, very excited. So we want to especially welcome those brand new people on the line tonight who are visiting us for the very first time. We know that someone cares deeply enough about you to share this incredible technology. Folks, we're going to spend about 30 minutes together. We're going to share, have a couple people share their testimonial, what has happened to them with this technology, talk a little bit about the technology and how you can get your hands on it. David Schmidt is our CEO, founder. He's the visionary of these products. We have over 100 patents on them, but David Schmidt saw the future of regenerative medicine over 10 years ago. And the rest, as they say, is history. So with that, welcome to the call. And folks, we do have numerous practitioners and doctors who use these products, but Bhimi and I are not medical professionals. So with that being said, what we're sharing tonight is for informational purposes only. So if you have, if you're pregnant or nursing or on any medications, please consult with your physician. We're not here to treat or diagnose anything. So Bhimi is my lovely co-host, and she has the first testimonial. And Bhimi's been in the natural health space for over 40 years. She's so knowledgeable. And Bhimi is also an SPD Senior Presidential Director with Lifewave. So Bhimi, why don't you take it away and share with us your first testimonial?
Okay, and they are still coming in, so take go to admit all.
I got
it.
Okay.
Welcome everyone. It's great to be here. Amy and I love doing Wow Wednesday, and it's wow because we always have great testimonials, and this is no exception. I'm really happy to introduce Sandi Bowman. She has been on this product for a number of years now. She's going to share with us because she has a disease that was really about ready to take her out. And she's going to talk about what happened before she found the patch and how the patch has changed her life. And you'll hear, progression in her testimonial. And this is what is so powerful about the patch. Sandi lives in California, and welcome, Sandi. Please let us know, you've talked before, but it's been a long time. This is an update, so we're glad to hear from you.
Oh, thanks so much, Bhimi. Well, it's been quite a journey for me. 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And for those of you who aren't real familiar with what happens when somebody has Parkinson's, it's a little different for everybody. But for me, I had no energy. I was depressed. I couldn't move very fast. I was to the point where I was almost shuffling. I was using a cane to get around and hiking poles. Terrible brain fog. I would also, my face, I couldn't smile anymore. It took my smile away. When I walked, I couldn't even move my arms. And,
take your time. That's okay. I know it's very emotional.
My friends, well, just thinking back on how horrible it was, my friends would say, they'd be talking to me and I would just fade out. I would just go someplace else. And I didn't know what was wrong with me until I was diagnosed. And it wasn't good news for the diagnosis, but on the other hand, at least I knew what I had and I could address it. So I immediately did get on medication. I found an exercise class for Parkinson's, specific exercises, which both of that really helped me a lot. But 2.5 years ago, my neighbor and friend, Sandy Pagnos, brought over the X39 patch and had me try it. And I was totally open. I had no idea what it would do for me. But after a couple of weeks, I was noticing my energy was picking up. And then that was getting a little bit better all the time. And then I noticed my brain fog had gone. And I will tell you, I was at a point before I was diagnosed of, I was suicidal. I did not want to go on. I could not live like this. This was an absolute miracle, this patch that came my way. So little by little, things started changing. And, I walk straight. I am thinking much clearer. My anxiety, I had anxiety, that's gone. I'm sleeping better. I made a list of stuff. I was shuffling and I'm not anymore. I think I'd mentioned that.
And can you tell us what that means when you're shuffling? What does that mean?
What my body felt like it was made out of lead. I couldn't move it. No matter how hard I'd try, I couldn't move my body and I couldn't move my limbs. It was absolutely horrible. And even my exercises, part of that is jumping up and down. I couldn't jump. If I jumped once, I'd have to sit down and catch my breath. It was so horrible. And now I can do that whole jumping for the whole duration, which is about 30 seconds, but that's a lot of jumping. And I don't even have to sit down. I mean, my energy is back. My mojo is back. I noticed too, before my eyes were like dead. There was nothing. They were just dead. And now the life has come back in my eyes. So my friends who hadn't seen me for a couple of years and saw me lately, they can't believe the difference in me. I was told that if I stayed the same, consider that doing better. Well, I have to tell you, I am doing a lot better and I'm not staying the same. I am so much better than I was. I'm not using any cane or any walking poles anymore. I am reversing the symptoms of Parkinson's. And I want to just say to anybody that has Parkinson's, you can get better. You can, The important thing is being consistent with these patches and staying hydrated. Those are the keys. And I just can't imagine somebody not getting better after a period of time. So, the X39 just took me a whole nother level. And at this point, I'm using all the patches. So after 2 years, I was trying to think, so what's changed in the last 2 years? I just feel like I'm getting stronger and better every day. I've also noticed I lost weight. I wasn't even expecting that. I wanted to lose it, but I lost like 16 pounds and it just melted off of me. I wasn't even trying to lose weight. I'm like the same weight now I was when I was in my 20s. So that was pretty amazing. So I feel like my life, I'm just more balanced, more grounded, happier, no anxiety, great sleep. Anyway, it's just turned my world around. So
I know that it's like a miracle. I mean, your life, you were heading toward, wanting to leave the planet. You were so overwhelmed with not having any quality of life. Parkinson's is a very, debilitating disease. And what you were sharing with me is that there's really no test, right, for Parkinson's?
No test. And what it is, it's heavy metals in the brain. So it's a disconnect between your brain and your body. So if you want to move, sometimes you can't move, or you're moving and you don't want to move. And it is the strangest feeling. I would describe it as if you were like a deep sea diver and they dropped you down at the bottom of the sea and you're walking there with all the gear, and how slow that's how it felt. It was like you were trapped in this body and you just could not get out of it, and you can't control it. So, and there's no cure, you know, like I said, they said, if you stay the same, consider that good. Well, it wasn't good, you know, and the stiffness, terrible stiffness, and that is much, much better. So it's really giving me my life back, and it has been a miracle this last couple of 2.5 years.
I know. I remember when you first started and the way you looked and how you could talk and everything. There was just, you know, very constricted, and you know, you didn't have the joy and the happiness that's beaming out from you now. It's like your whole life is turned around, and you can smile about it. You actually
smile. Yeah, I could smile. You know, we don't even think about things like that until all of a sudden you lose them. And how devastating it is. But yeah, I'm.
And now you said you're kind of volunteering and helping other people.
Yeah, I'm getting more I'm feeling confident enough I can get out and start volunteering again. And I've always enjoyed doing that. So yeah, it's just enriched, you know, my life is enriched by this, and it's given me an opportunity to give back. So I wanted to be on today because I know people with Parkinson's, sometimes they're very shy. I know what that feels like. It's hard for them to reach out, but I wanted to reach out to everyone specifically that has Parkinson's, or you know of somebody that has Parkinson's, that this is an insidious disease, and to know that there's actually a way you could get better. Not that you could medicate, and but you can actually get better. You know, on my prescription, it was given to me 5 years ago. I'm on as the lowest dosage of Cinnamon, and I'm still on it. So that is incredible after 5 years, and I haven't had to increase my dosage. Right. So
thank you so much.
Very, very happy.
We're so happy for you. I mean, these are the kind of miracle turnarounds. So anyone, if you know anyone with this kind of illness or challenge, please let them hear this and get them on the patch. So thank you, Sandi. And
thanks,
now I'm going to turn it back over to Amy so she can introduce her testimonial. And like Amy said, she's an SPD, and she's also owner of My Holistic Club, when she's working with a lot of health professionals. So welcome back, Amy.
Wow, thank you, Bhimi. Wow, that was an emotional testimonial. Incredible. I know everyone on this line is so happy for you, Sandi. Genuinely happy for you're getting the quality of your life back, dear. Amazing. Whoa. So with that, we're going to change gears here and go to Mr. Ben Melvin. Are you there, Ben? Can you hear me? Ben, you're probably muted.
I don't see Ben. I'm searching Ben.
Yeah, I don't see him either. He just texted me, said he was on. Ben, are you just on the phone?
Oh, he can unmute his phone.
Yeah, let me text him real quick. If not, then I'll go ahead and tell my story.
Okay. Yes, some of you are asking. Yes, we will get this replay up tonight. We'll have it up in about a half hour after this is over. And yes, hydration is very important. That's what Sandi said. So even though, yeah.
Let's see if this is him. Ben, there you are.
Yes,
Can
I'm
you
on
hear
the
me?
call.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I can see you. Can you hear me?
I can see the screen. I can only hear you by putting the speaker to my ear, so I apologize.
Okay,
So
no
you're looking
problem.
at
I
my
know you're
ear.
traveling. Ben is traveling, ladies and gentlemen, so we appreciate him taking time out of his work schedule to do this. So we're going to do the best we can. Ben, this is folks, this is an update story. It's been probably about a year since Ben was on here, and a lot of new people on the line. So I'm going to have him start from the very beginning as to what happened, what he was dealing with prior to the X39, how long he's been on it, how he's doing today, and then there is an update. So Ben, if you would, take us back to the beginning, 20 years ago. I know you've had extreme back pain, so take it away.
Well, I've always been a mechanical person. I worked early in my years. Worked very physical jobs. I was an auto mechanic, worked in HVAC, did a lot of heavy lifting, hurt my back in my early 20s, and started seeing a chiropractor and massage therapy. Put up with severe pain over the years. Back in 2015, 2016, my back would lock up, sometimes walking down the street. Would have difficulties at work, had to medicate in order to deal with the pain, and still continued to see chiropractic and massage therapy alternating weeks. In December of 2020, December 17th, I got a letter after going to Heartland Internal Medicine, and they basically referred me to spinal triage. After some x-rays, they determined that I had spinal impingement between L4 and L5. And the pain was so excruciating on a scale of 1 to 10, sometimes it was beyond 10. And basically, Dan Martin told me about the patches. Right around the time I was referred to spinal triage, it took me until July to order the patches and get them on me. But once I ordered them and put them on, within 1 week, I started having pain relief.
Wow.
Within 5 days, someone that was around me all the time noticed that I was moving better and was in a much better state of mind. And within 90 days, most all my back pain, knee pain, most of my general pain was gone. I dropped some weight. I started to sleep better, and my energy level just went through the roof.
No, yes.
And
we hear that all the time.
that was the first things that happened. And then within the first year, I felt good enough that I had pretty much quit hunting, quit riding motorcycles, quit riding bicycles. And within the first year, I went out, bought a new motorcycle, bought a bicycle, started to hike again. And I've been able to, ride for hundreds of miles without pain. Continuing to use the patch. My hair has gone from gray. My natural color is coming back in.
Nice.
So it's been pretty uplifting. I have had 2 other major occurrences that within the last 30 days, my sister and brother-in-law who live on the West Coast saw me for the first time in probably 4 or 5 years. My sister said I had more hair, which I can't confirm nor deny, but I'll take the compliment. And my brother-in-law said I looked younger than the last time he had actually seen me. So the most recent thing is that within the last 30 days, I went to the optometrist, had my eyes checked, and both of my eyes, the vision is better than it was the previous 2 times that I had my eyes checked. So they actually gave me a new prescription that was less than what my old prescription was.
Wow. Let me interject for 1 second. Tell everyone on this line how old you are.
I turned 60 on February 14th.
Okay. And what did you ask the optometrist at 60 years of age?
I said, how many guys are 60 years old and their eyes get better in both eyes? And they said, 0. And
that's
they laughed.
correct, right? Yeah, they've never seen that before.
No.
Also, let me just retrace here for a second. You've had excruciating back pain since you were in your 20s. Okay,
Correct.
So you had back pain for decades. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, most days it was 10 plus.
it stayed pretty close to 10. I mean, if I didn't medicate or do something, I was in pain. I couldn't sit, I couldn't walk, couldn't do anything for any length of time, or it would become unbearable.
Wow. Wow. So now you're now today, February what? 22nd, 2023. What is your pain level today on a scale of 1 to 10?
0.
Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So quick recap. Back pain's gone. You've had it since you were in your 20s. You're now 60 years young. Your mental clarity is so much better. Brain fog is gone. Your hair was turning gray and now it's reverting back to its natural color. You look younger. You have more stamina, more energy, right?
Yep.
Started
I can see
hunting
better.
again. Yeah.
By the way, I'm on vacation. I was tying fishing knots today, and I noticed that I could actually tie the knots better because I could see the fishing line.
Imagine that. Things are better when you can see better. Your vision's improved, right? Imagine that.
Yep.
So hair's growing back, fuller, darker. You look younger. You have more energy, more stamina. You're sleeping better. And I know we just talked before the call. You said you feel 20 years younger.
I do. I absolutely feel 20 years younger. The level of pain I put up with for the last 25 years, at least, robbed me of a quality of life that it made me irritable. And actually, my 21-year-old son told me that if he's noticed anything about me since I've been on the patches, is he says I'm much more chill, whatever that means from a 21-year-old.
Well, because you're not in the pain. When you're in pain, it's
Right.
mentally and physically exhausting and you're miserable. So
Yep.
do me a favor. Is there any way you can step back so we can just see your face or no? I just want everyone to see.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you do have more hair since last time I saw you. You look
Yeah,
good.
unfortunately, I can't hear you when I have the phone away.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Well, Ben, I personally want to thank you for coming on here. We are so happy for you. I know what it feels like to have back pain, and I know now what it feels like to have that pain greatly reduced by the X39. And I honestly also feel 20 years younger. So thank you so much for sharing that testimonial.
You're welcome. Just the secret is get on it and just stay on it. Get on it and stay on it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Folks, with that, if you're brand new on this line tonight, you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? What are we talking about? How can this be? Bhimi, take it away and share the technology with us. Oh, you're muted, Bhimi. You're muted.
Thank you, Ben. That was great. Wonderful testimonials tonight. Love to hear these kind of turnarounds. This is what gives us so much joy, because we look at this little Band-Aid looking thing that's wafer thin, and we think, how can all these results happen from this little thing? And this is the brilliance of David Schmidt. This is wearable technology. It looks like the Band-Aid, but it is incredible what happens when you put it on. First of all, it's non-transdermal, very important. Nothing is going into the body, obviously non-invasive, and there are no ingredients. And what that means is that this is working on energetics and light. So there's a blend of organic crystals in here. And when you put that on your skin, the light that's coming from your body activates that. And when that gets activated, there's a certain wavelength of light that goes back into the body. It's reflected back. And this is the key. This is what is so important. It sets up this communication pathway. And that is how the receptors start to change. So the patches are giving the communication for the body to go into self-healing. It's a lot like when you go out in the sun and the sun hits your body and it makes vitamin D. So when this wavelength frequency goes into the body, it elevates what's known as the GHK copper peptide. And that is a gene modulator, very important. It's actually a master signaling molecule. And what happens within 48 hours is over 4,000 genes start to reset. So you're having a younger, healthier expression. Those are some of the results that you heard tonight. And it also is repairing the DNA. But most importantly is that it activates the body to make younger stem cells. So these stem cells are intelligent. They know exactly where to go, where there's the dysfunction in the body. And so the healing process starts. And this whole process is called phototherapy, where there's a metabolical change in the cells. And so we suggest that you wear it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. During the day is best because it does give you a lot of energy, and you want to be drinking water, and you can't do that when you're sleeping. And it's also good to take a good mineral supplement. So results can happen within a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, a few months. What we find statistically is that 50% of the people feel something within the first month, and 50% it can take 1 to 4 months. And that's why we recommend a 90-day protocol. Now, we call this technology age reversal. This is so cool because what is happening is as the body starts to age, the patch goes on and it flips it back. Because after 35 years old, you're down about 50% ability to make stem cells in GHK. After 60, you're down about 80%. So the body's just going downhill. You put the patch on and boom, it's like turning the light switch on. Everything starts activating and producing. You feel better, just like you heard these testimonials tonight. So what you want to do is get on this patch. Everybody needs something to help themselves to feel better, more energy, better sleep. And the patch is so simple to use. So with that, I want to turn it back over to Amy, and she'll tell you about the company and how you can get your hands on the product.
Thank you, Bhimi. And it's been a Wow Wednesday for sure. And folks, as we just heard, David Schmidt is the genius, the inventor, the man behind this wearable health technology, which, by the way, has zero competition. We have a 20-year patent on the X39 stem cell activation patch. What that means is no one else has it. When I first looked at this information almost 3 years ago, that made business sense to me. Okay, not only did I get a good result, but now we have zero competition. We have a 20-year patent. No one else can have it.
I can hear that
sense.
there. I don't need this.
By the way, we are a global company. We're in over 81 countries. We have over 130 patents on our products. Lifewave is a biotech company, ladies and gentlemen. It's just incredible. So how do you get involved? What we want is for you to get this product at wholesale. I don't want you paying retail. Let's pay wholesale. For less than a cup of coffee a day, folks, you could have this remarkable technology. We have a few different ways you can do that. One, we have our remarkable preferred customer program where you get samples, you get wholesale cost, and you can use the product. If you're like Bhimi and myself and others on this line tonight, we locked arms with a company. It's called a brand partner. We have different packages. The higher the package, the more product you get, the more cost effective it is. It doesn't matter what you do, folks. Get in where you fit in. The main thing is that you try this product. Like Bhimi said, at the age of 35, we've lost 50% of our stem cell activation. Who do you know that's tired? Who do you know that isn't sleeping? Who needs energy? What about mental clarity, wound healing, pain relief? I mean, look at these remarkable testimonials we just saw tonight. Think about that. Who can you help? People need hope today. All right. People need hope today. Think about that. We are here Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Friday afternoons, 4 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow night, we will have 2 more testimonials, and we will have presenting Dr. Cacey and Marcy. Also, folks, get back to the person who got you on this call tonight. Get your questions answered. If you're brand new to this information, we want you to get your questions answered. If you want to share your testimonial, we have a brand new team calendar. It's www.ourteamcalendar.com. You can sign up to be on one of the testimonial calls. With that, I want to personally thank you for spending time out of your busy schedule to be on here, and we will see you tomorrow night. But folks, get back to the person who got you on this call, get your questions answered, be blessed, and have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Bhimi.